Help me reach 2,000 subscribers. When you rebuild a broken marriage, you start believing that love can survive anything, even betrayal. I used to believe that too. My name's Ryan, I'm 35, and 2 years ago I found out my wife Emily had been cheating on me. It broke me in ways I didn't think were possible. But somehow, after months of therapy, tears, and sleepless nights, we made it through. Or at least that's what I thought. Back then, the discovery felt like the end of everything. She'd been distant for months, saying she was exhausted from work. But her phone was always face down, her messages short, her smile missing. One night, I caught her whispering on the balcony, wearing that same nervous half-smile she used to give me when we were still falling in love. The voice on the other end of the line wasn't mine. I confronted her. She didn't deny it. She broke down right there, sobbing that it was a mistake, that she'd felt unseen, that she still loved me. I wanted to hate her. I tried to. But something in me still held on, to the woman she used to be, to the years we'd built together, to the promise I'd made on our wedding day. I told her we'd go to counseling, rebuild trust, start over. And for a while it worked. We took weekend trips again. We had dinner without our phones. We laughed, even made plans for a second honeymoon. She said she couldn't believe how patient I'd been, how she didn't deserve another chance. I told her we'd leave the past behind, no more secrets. That was the deal. No more lies. So when months later I found her crying alone on the back porch, clutching her phone like it had just delivered a death sentence, I felt that old chill crawl back into my chest. What happened? I asked, stepping closer. She looked up at me, tears streaking her face, and whispered, "Ryan, I need to tell you something. Something I should have told you a long time ago." My pulse quickened. "Emily, what do you mean?" She swallowed hard. "The man I cheated with, he wasn't just anyone. There's more to it, and you're not going to like it." Her voice trembled, and in that moment I realized something horrifying. The truth I thought I already knew might have only been half the story. She sat there in silence for a few seconds, staring into the dark yard, as if searching for the courage to continue. My chest tightened. I could hear the crickets outside, the faint hum of the streetlights, and my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Finally she spoke. "Ryan, it wasn't just an affair. It was someone you know." Those words hung in the air like poison. My mind started racing through faces, coworkers, friends, neighbors. "Who?" I asked quietly, afraid of the answer. She hesitated, then whispered, "It was Dylan." For a second I thought I'd misheard. Dylan, my best friend since college. The man who stood beside me at our wedding. The one I'd called brother. My stomach dropped. I felt my hands go cold. "You're telling me it was him?" She nodded, tears spilling down her cheeks. "It was a mistake, Ryan. It was just one night. He was there for me when we were fighting, and I was drunk and I..." "Stop." My voice came out sharper than I intended. "Don't you dare try to make this sound like an accident." Her lip trembled. "I've hated myself every day since. That's why I told you now. I couldn't live with it anymore." I laughed bitterly, shaking my head. "No, Emily. You didn't tell me because you couldn't live with it. You told me because you thought I'd never find out." She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. My skin burned where her fingers had touched. All those years of friendship with Dylan, every barbecue, every double date, every inside joke, they flashed through my mind like scenes from a cruel movie. I remembered him telling me after her affair that, "She made a mistake, bro, just forgive her. You'll regret walking away." I thought he was being loyal. Turns out he was protecting himself. I got up, pacing across the porch, trying to breathe. "Does he know you told me?" She shook her head. "No. I haven't spoken to him in months. After it happened, he ghosted me. I think he felt guilty too." "Guilty?" I snapped. "He didn't just cheat with my wife, Emily. He burned every piece of trust one ever had, in both of you." She sobbed, covering her face. I know. I ruined everything. But please, I'm trying to make it right. I love you, Ryan." I stared at her, at the woman who'd broken me twice, and realized I wasn't sure what that word even meant anymore. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in my car until dawn, parked outside the same house we once dreamed of filling with laughter and growing old in. The sun rose, but it didn't bring light. It only revealed how hollow everything had become. By morning I had made my decision. I drove to Dylan's house. He opened the door, still half asleep, wearing that same easy smile I once trusted. It vanished the second he saw my face. "Ryan," he started, his voice low, cautious. "What's going on?" "You tell me," I said, stepping inside. "You want to confess, or should I spell it out for you?" He swallowed hard, eyes darting away. "She told you?" "Yeah," I said quietly. "She did." For a moment there was nothing. Just silence and the sound of my heart pounding in my ears. Then he sighed, rubbing his face. "It was years ago, man. We were drunk, you two were fighting." "Don't you dare say her name," I cut in, my voice breaking. "You were my brother. You stayed in my home, ate at my table, held my kids, and you—" I stopped. The rage burned hot, but beneath it was something worse, grief. He looked ashamed, but not enough. "I've regretted it every day, Ryan." I laughed bitterly. "No, you just got caught every day in your own head." I turned for the door. "I'm done with both of you." He didn't follow. He didn't say a word. And that silence told me everything. When I got home, Emily was sitting at the kitchen table, clutching her phone. Her eyes were swollen, her hair messy. She looked like the ghost of the woman I'd married. "Where were you?" she whispered. "Getting closure," I said flatly. She stood up, trembling. "Please don't leave me. I know I don't deserve forgiveness, but I'll spend my life making it right. I just need a chance." I stared at her for a long time. I thought about all the years we'd spent rebuilding after her first betrayal. The therapy, the late-night talks, the promises. And now, standing there, I realized something I'd refused to accept before. Love cannot survive without safety. "You already had a second chance," I said softly. "You just didn't value it." Her tears came harder, but I felt calm. Empty but free. I walked out the door, each step heavier than the last, but necessary. Some endings don't need closure. They just need courage. And as I drove away, I finally understood. Healing doesn't always mean fixing what's broken. Sometimes it means choosing yourself before the next betrayal does.